This is something which happened here several years ago. I have not seen it, Guruji told it in his lecture. A man with some tumor here in the throat, some kind of cancer, came here because it was already the final stages, and in those days there was not much of treatment available also like now. So they told that nothing can be done, and therefore he thought that at least I will die peacefully, and he came here. Arogyadama was there at that time. Arogyadama is one of the first things to happen in this campus. And he came here, he stayed here for a few weeks, he went through all practices, he became maybe a little relieved, but nothing big happened. He stayed and did all the practices, cyclic meditation, whatever. After a few days, in a lecture session like this, a lecture was being given, not just a sleepy lecture like this. A real damdar lecture was happening, and somebody was telling very powerfully about a Upanishad concept of Atma, whatever you have in your Jnana Yoga Shloka Sangraha. That Atma never dies. You, Atma means you, not. See, whenever you use the word Atma, don't make it my Atma. Okay, it is you, they are talking about you, they are talking about self. Don't make it another layer, don't make it soul. My body, my mind, my soul. Absurd. It is never ending. You can go on chain then. Then what are you then? If you are not soul, not body, not mind, what are you then? So it is the end actually. Atma means you. So some lecture was being told about some Upanishad concept, and very convincingly they told about this Janma Punarjanma concept. You never die. You are like the thread. Some flowers will come, the flowers will rot, go away, new flowers will come. So you are the thread never goes away. Something was told like this. This cancer patient was in that lecture. It suddenly hit him very deeply. No matter how much we hear about this Punarjanma, in India, we all accept Punarjanma, yeah. Superficially we accept. But we live as if this is the only life. Because the concept is not deep in us. We accept it superficially, but it is never deep. We have never accepted it wholeheartedly. That is why we say contemplation is required. So this man, he was an Indian. He knew about Punarjanma concept. Everything was known to him. But it was told so powerfully, it suddenly hit him that yes, I don't die. That fear of death which he was carrying suddenly vanished, because I don't die. This flower will rot, some other flower will come. The fear of death suddenly vanished because of that lecture, and Vijnanamaya Kosha modified fundamentally. From that day onwards, he attended all other classes also. From that day onwards, the tumor started shrinking and shrinking. It became the size of a peanut. He was supposed to die in a few months. He did not die. He died a normal death after 12-13 years. So if you can actually hit the Vijnanamaya Kosha, it is difficult to hit it. First, you must have some yogic battery in you. If you simply speak, nothing will happen. You must have some depth in you. If you tell something very powerfully, if you can hit their Vijnanamaya Kosha, diseases will vanish in a day. It is difficult, it will depend on that person also, how open they are to change their ideas, because we are all very rigid in our Vijnanamaya Kosha mostly.